As we stand at a crossroads in history, more and more Americans are waking up to a profound realization. The challenges we face cannot be solved with quick fixes or surface level solutions. The wounds of our society run deeper than policies or legislation alone can address. Marianne Williamson in The Healing of America captures this urgent need for a deeper transformation when she writes, "A critical mass of Americans have come to understand that mere treatment of symptoms is not an adequate response to the diseases that plague us. A new law here and a new law there are little more than a different set of band-aids on a ripped-apart aorta. We need a new conceptualization of our problems and a revised understanding of what it will take to eradicate them. We must fundamentally change the way we think. Such a paradigm shift applied to the public realm amounts to a revolution in American political consciousness, though it has little to do with politics as we know it." Marianne's words remind us that this transformation must go beyond the systems we've grown accustomed to. It requires a revolution of consciousness, a shift in how we think, perceive, and engage with the world. She calls on us to learn from history, to apply the lessons of past enlightenment to the politics of today. Her words of wisdom tell us, as our founding fathers sought to apply knowledge of Newton in the Age of Enlightenment to the politics of their time, we should try to apply the principles of modern physics and metaphysics to the politics of our time. She further illuminates this idea when she says, "The revolution of ideas that will save us is a revolution of goodwill, of compassion, and of higher thinking. I believe that they outnumber the people who would choose fear, but they are not a particularly politicized force." Compassion and goodwill are not abstract ideals. They are the cornerstone of meaningful change. They represent the foundation of the revolution we need, one that transforms not just our institutions, but our hearts and minds. As musician Bob Marley so aptly said, "It takes a revolution to create a solution." And this revolution doesn't have to be chaotic or destructive. It can be deliberate, intentional, and deeply conscious. Ram Dass reminds us there can be a conscious revolution. For this conscious revolution to succeed, we need to replace division and fear with unity and shared purpose. Williamson goes on to emphasize the importance of this. We must create the restoration of our collective conscience and turn it into political will. But how do we bring this vision to life? The answer lies in love. Not as an abstract emotion, but as a driving force behind real change. Williamson's words are a powerful reminder. This transformation of human consciousness, it is not up for a vote. No action, only principle can govern chaos. Our lives will not be brought to order through anything but love. Love is the ultimate act of courage. It defies fear, division, and oppression. Jane Fonda describes its transformative power. Revolution is an act of love. We are the children of the revolution, born to be rebels. And Pope Francis adds this wisdom when he says, "You can't govern without loving the people and without humility." The timeless wisdom of Lao Tzu also reminds us of love's enduring power. By the accident of fortune, a man may rule the world for a time, but by the virtue of love and kindness, he may rule the world forever. This perspective may seem unconventional in the realm of politics, but as Melinda Gates insightfully observes, it's a mark of our culture's uneasiness with love that political candidates never talk about it as a qualification for holding public office. In my view, love is one of the highest qualifications one can have. This revolution isn't about power or control. It's about compassion, unity, and elevating human consciousness. John Lennon's words resonate deeply here. He says, "If someone thinks that peace and love are just a cliche that must have been left behind in the 60s, that's a problem. Peace and love are eternal." The revolution is already unfolding. Former President John F. Kennedy recognized this when he said, "A revolution is coming whether we will it or not. We can affect its character. We cannot alter its inevitability." But as Leo Tolstoy reminds us, the transformation we seek must begin within. There is only one permanent revolution, a moral one, the regeneration of inner man. How is this revolution to take place? Nobody knows how it will take place in humanity, but every man feels it clearly in himself. And yet, in our world, everybody thinks of changing humanity, and nobody thinks of changing himself or herself. This is the essence of a conscious revolution, to change ourselves in order to change the world. Marianne Williamson captures the urgency of this task in this statement. Some people think it's naive to think we can make love our new bottom line. What I believe is naive is thinking human civilization as we know it will survive another 200 years if we do not. The path forward is clear. It begins with compassion, prioritizes love, and asks us to rise together as a collective force for good. As Williamson says, anyone who is speaking of greater compassion, a greater humanitarian concern, is a leader paving the path we all need to follow. The time for a revolution of love and consciousness is not in some distant future. It is now. Together, we have the power to transform our world. Share this video. Discuss this content. Join the Our Conscious Awakening movement and let love take the helm.